I would like to start this with saying I know this video is like 6 years old. But, since Overwatch 2 is kind of almost out the door, Blizzard Activision is getting bought by Microsoft, and all this other shit, I decided to check out another video. A video I saw people talk about when it first came out. People then did a video on it 3 years later, giving Overwatch time to see if it could stand. And here we are now in 2022 with Overwatch 2 announced and Overwatch 1 being left for dead. Even having one of its voice actors and names changed because of stuff. So, let's begin. I like to first preface this by saying, let's take a look at the comments here. It's insane how someone was playing the same topic with food and still did a better job. Blows my mind that a bell pepper with a Snickers and gourmet cake explains these two games better than these guys did. Mechs don't get kills, therefore nobody wants to play them. Laughs and assists and ubas. Laughs over here as a medic who has, kills. I have played my fair share of Team Fortress 2 and Overwatch, so I'm entering this not biased in either or. I do prefer Team Fortress, though, because in my opinion, Team Fortress is more polished and better. But we'll see what they have to say. It's been 6 years since I saw this. I saw them when it first happened. Here we go. And I like to point out, according to what I was able to gather, matpat won the debate because he was the person who hosted the channel. So, I do think there's a little bit of bias in this. So, before we even begin, I just wanted to clarify that he won this apparently. I don't think he deserved to win, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm remembering this wrong. Anyway, I like to read this one thing from Red Medic. TF2 has more maps. Okay, TF2 has more maps, but it's quality over quantity. Overwatch has more characters. Overwatch has more characters than TF2, so it's better. Didn't you say quality over quantity? Overwatch, heroes never die. Team Fortress 2, that was a main killing spree by the other team. Congratulations, your failure, spy. Congratulations. I was gonna try to do a fucking French spy, but I can't really do voices right now. Anyway, let's go.
A lot of games have taken off as quickly as Blizzard's new juggernaut, Overwatch. Only out for 2 months, it's already had itself 10 million players and made literally hundreds of millions of dollars.
I like to already stop this there and state that we're probably gonna skip this part real quick because it's just him going over the basic info of how it starts. But I also like to clearly state here just something that kind of pissed me off there. Blizzard had a marketing campaign that was very big for Overwatch, claiming it was going to be the next Team Fortress. So that's why they had a lot of players. Also at the time, Blizzard had kind of decent games.
Nerf this.
Kaboom indeed, you drunken wretch.
Oh my god. We're what, a minute and 15 seconds in and I skipped some of it because I couldn't stand it? Already, error. First off, I like how matpat goes for the easiest quote to memorize in Overwatch. Nothing else, just like, it's No, he goes, nerf this, the easiest one to remember. None of the other ones that are kind of decent and kind of funny when you hear them. Like Bastion's fucking trumpet. But let's actually get on to the main problem here. The fact that fucking Todd here fucking said outright, "Kaboom indeed, Duncan Lech." That isn't a fucking demo man quote or any person who sounds like that quote. That is a spy quote. In fact, why don't you go for one of the more ones like building a century? Something a little easier for his little brain there on that topic there. Or, I have no idea. Or, a laughing fucking heavy. Any quote would have been great. But no, he goes for the fucking one that and does it wrong. It's a spy quote. He could have even gone fucking Oh my god, I'm getting a little irritated there. He could have gone though. Fucking, oh soldier, who will ever fight to replace you? Which Spy says when he kills soldier. Like, mother god. By the way, I like to state, rest in peace, Rick, man. I don't think I ever said that on the channel, so rest in peace, man.
Well, it's only polite to respect our elders, so Team Fortress 2, you go first.
Oh, wow. So gracious. Hopefully with this abundance of respect you apparently have, you can respect that I'm about to win this debate in one word. Free.
Oh god, we're already hitting that, aren't we? Free. Free. That doesn't matter. Why does he act like that's a big winning point? I've seen shit free-to-play games. For example, fucking some mobile games. Mobile games are free to play, and I played my fair share of mobile games. I have a series dedicated to reviewing them. And half of the ones that I considered for my channel, and the other half that I have done, were shit. It's rare that you find a good free-to-play game. Identity 5 and Arc Knights are two of the best ones I could think of. tf2 2, what actually costed money at a point, but now is free. So that thing there about it being free isn't wholly true. The orange box, which what you bought to play it, cost money. Before it went free, you had to buy it still. Like, Jesus Christ, like, the fuck? Oh, this is already gonna be great. Alright, feeling my anger boiling.
Team Fortress
I like to stress real quick, this is not gonna be that much of an edited video. We're gonna just let me rant.
2 is a free game with no hidden fees. The complete version of
That's a lie. I like to state how wrong that is, because there is a cosmetic marketplace. Like, to poke a hole here, I'm probably gonna be like, you know, I'm gonna poke holes on both their arguments here. Now, I'm not gonna be biased. That is a bit of a lie. It doesn't have gameplay hidden fees in a sense, but it does have a Steam market to get cosmetics. So I wanted to poke a hole in there real quick. And before anyone says, so which one are you defending more, Team Fortress or Overwatch? I'm defending neither. Personally though, if I had to pick between the two, I pick Team Fortress 2. At least when I played that, I don't have a fucking kid screaming in my fucking ear saying, why are you playing Diva? You need to play this character for a team comp. Or, why are you playing McCree? You need to play this character. At least in Team Fortress, I can go as a fucking medic and still kick ass. Which, by the way, that'll be a point later.
Overwatch is $60. Boom! Done. Shut it down. It's over. But, in the interest of adding on some additional hurt, consider that Overwatch has microtransactions on top of the $60 fee. And people say that Candy Crush is a bad time.
May I just state? I already just pointed out the microtransactions there, but I want to just state that Candy Crush bit at Overwatch. It's kind of true nowadays, because if I had to, I think I've noticed Overwatch's numbers are not as high as they used to be. So, yeah.
At least that game is free to download.
Okay, sure. Overwatch is being sold as a complete game at full price, but that's because it is. Blizzard has said that players will get everything from here on out, including new maps and other updates, all for free.
Yeah, but here's a little point I want to poke into matpat's argument. That doesn't matter. If I could bring this up, when a game came out in the past, when it was like for example here, Call of Duty World at War. When that game first came out, it was complete, and then they added extra. Overwatch, when it came out, was not finished in points. From what I heard from players during the Overwatch 2 months era, from people I know who played it religiously, the game was buggy. The game was not finished. The game was unbalanced. Matpat is wrong there, saying it's a complete game when it came out. No, it fucking wasn't. No game by Blizzard's ever really fucking complete. They sell you DLC and microtransactions. And also, their loot box system. Oh my god, I could go right into that later.
Oh, wow. Updates? Oh, wait a minute. Team Fortress 2 updates multiple times a year with free content on top of the game.
That's a bit wrong there. True, like, Valve does update their old games like Left 4 Dead 2 and Team Fortress 2, but it's not multiple times a year. We get maybe big updates every now and again for Team Fortress, but that's kind of it. We don't get, like, these big updates. We get bug fixes whenever they're found, but, you know, like Left 4 Dead, they fix bugs and issues. So, to poke another hole there in that little Afro's little shit there, it kind of like poking a quick hole in there, it doesn't update multiple times a year. So, yeah. Like, I'm trying to think and try to resist the urge to scream.
Being free. And it's been doing this for 9 years. The game was released in October of 2007. That is a lot of service for 0 money down.
Do I need to remind everyone again? When the game first came out, you had to buy it.
Upfront fees. I see you dancing around the subject. TF2 has microtransactions as well.
Yeah, for hats, for new weapons, for general character customization. In TF2, you pay for what you want, and you get what you want when you pay for it.
I like to say that's a little bit of a false claim, but I'm just gonna scoot on past that because I do not want to delve into the Steam marketplace. But more importantly, I like how matpat said that, like, upfront fees, upfront fees. I see what you're doing. Like, he just made a big point. It's like, I think anyone with a fucking brain cell saw it. He doesn't know jack shit about Team Fortress 2. My guess with this is that both people here played their respective games. Mainly Team Fortress 2 for like a minute, okay? Like a minute. That's how long matpat and this guy here, I think his name's Todd, spent playing Team Fortress 2 before Matt went, you know what, this game sucks. I'm going to play Overwatch because it has a better marketing campaign. And he goes and plays that, and that's it. That's all he plays. Because in his mind, it's like, look, I'm a true gamer. I play hip games. No, you're fucking not. I like to actually point that out. I believe this guy is acting like a fucking, like, he's this elite gamer. Like, he's a gamer. Yeah, we have games. You know, a gamer, in my opinion, is someone who can actually name something that is kind of a small topic. Like, if you were to ask me, name something about XCOM 2 that not everyone would know, I would say, well, the fact is, XCOM 2 is technically a diverge in a timeline situation here, maybe. Or, more importantly, it is part of the timeline, but happened maybe a couple months after XCOM 1 when they did a second invasion. Like, I have theories of that, and that'll be for another video when I play XCOM again. But I just wanted to point this out. Motherfucker. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's already getting me mad. Let's go.
In Overwatch, the microtransactions give you a chance to maybe get what you want. It's all a lottery. Sure, every time you buy a loot box, that's a chance to get that skin that you wanted just so badly. You've been waiting for it since day one. But there's a pretty good chance you're gonna get one of those sprays you've already gotten 3 times before. And let's face it, even if you did play the Overwatch loot box game to hopefully get those unique items for your favorite character, the extent to which you can customize them is painfully thin.
I'm gonna have to stop it there. I was waiting for him to take a break, but okay. I'd like to state, he's not wrong. The loot box system when the game first came out in Overwatch was so bad, they had to do 3 patches from what I heard to fix it. Because you would get duplicates repeatedly in Overwatch. Like, you would rarely get a fucking skin. From what I heard, you would mainly get sprays and emblems from loot boxes. And that is something that always pissed me off about Blizzard. And he's not wrong. He's not wrong. For once, I can actually say he's not wrong there. But Valve also has a bit of gambling in their Team Fortress 2. Which is, like I said, a topic I don't want to delve into. And more importantly, this customization, he's right. In Overwatch, you could customize your guns, your pistols, you can customize your loadout, your look, all this stuff. It is very detailed and very much done. I have to give him points. Overwatch, oh, this thing is not wicked great. Let's add a new character that can cover them. And then there'll be a new meta. Yeah! No.
TF2 has years of hacks, weapons, skins, user-generated models. If you want to play as a scout, wearing a Dovahkiin helmet, wielding a giant fish as a...
I need a second here. Did he really just say a scout with a Dovahkiin helmet? A scout with a Dovahkiin helmet. You know, he was making sense about, like, you know, years of hats and that. And I was like, yeah, they have years of hats and customization looks. And then you said scout with Dovahkiin, and I'm like, oh, you fucking idiot. Oh my god. A scout with a Dovahkiin helmet. A scout with a Dovahkiin helmet. That is, oh my lord. You're a fucking idiot.
Weapon, you can. And that is not even anywhere near the craziest combination available in the game. From aesthetic changes to fully customizable loadouts, TF2 allows complete control over your character's play and feel without ever tipping into the realm of pay to win. It would appear as though I am on fire.
Dovahkiin helmet though, like let's say that, like, he's not wrong. You can customize your loadout on that, but the base thing is that you can't go full customizable with this shit either. Like, to give a point here to Team Fortress 2, not to get, you know, give it to Overwatch as well. I keep saying Team Fortress 2 because, let's face it, fucking Overwatch is Team Fortress 2 trying to be for the next gen, but failed miserably. Is that, let's face it, the game, yes, can be customizable, but it's also pretty pricey. There's a lot of customization you have to buy. And I'm just an average player. I'm not like this whole hardcore Team Fortress 2 player, okay? I want to state now, so if I get some things wrong, I will apologize. But I don't think you can just put a Dovahkiin helmet or some of this accessories on these characters that he showed. Some of them, yes, I can see. I do know, it's just, I'm fucking stuttering a little bit because I can't get over what I just saw. Scout with a Dovahkiin helmet. My lord.
Oh my gosh, you were right. I shouldn't have let you talk first because you chose to fixate on the one. And I mean one element where Overwatch loses out to TF2 and...
Oh, the one. The one! Oh, matpat. That's where you're wrong. If you were to put any real Team Fortress 2 player in there, they would have whooped your ass with fact after fact killing Overwatch. You would even put me in there. I could have probably whooped your ass in this debate easy. But you're just like cocky sitting like, I'm a real gamer. I played Overwatch, so I'm a gamer. And, oh, look around. This is my channel, so the audience will agree with me, so I don't have to try too hard. Like, Jesus. Like, oh my fucking god.
And that is aesthetics. So a tip of the cap to you, Demo Man, for your great variety of virtual overpriced caps. But Overwatch wins where it truly matters, and that is gameplay.
That is a big fucking lie. Overwatch's gameplay is meta. Not even joking there. As I will point out with my own experience playing Overwatch, every time I played a match, if I did not pick, like, the person in the meta, I swear to you not, I would get immediately kicked out of the game and screamed at by the kids if I was able to stick around. For hours. You have to play meta and only meta. Oh, you want to go with Tracer? Not part of the meta, only meta. So, like I said, Overwatch gameplay doesn't beat TF2. TF2 has more gameplay in it, I feel. And more variety in the gameplay. Overwatch, yes, has over what? I think 26, 27 characters now. But you only ever will play like 7 of them. Because those are in the meta. Those who are not, kick them to the curb. You're playing again my game. Like, oh my god. Let's play.
Tell that to the loyal gamers who've been playing TF2 for the past 9 years. The game has stood the test of time.
Stood?
It did. Team Fortress 2 stood the test of time. We're in 2022 and the game is still popular. Hell, they didn't bring this up. I don't think they did. The community of Team Fortress 2 is stronger than any other community out there. When Rick May passed from COVID-19, the entire Team Fortress 2 community itself lit up in blazes of glory to celebrate Rick May, to help, to remember the man. There were servers, and I remember this because I was a part of one of them, where you would only play Soldier rocket jumping to celebrate the man as he's now rocket jumping in the heavens. I kid you not, there was even this one point, I joined a server, and everyone was in front of the statue. Like, every other class would stay in front of the statue outside, and then all the soldiers would go in front and do a gun salute. Right in front of a statue that said, "Rip Rick May." So, let's just state, the community is definitely stronger in Team Fortress 2.
Sure, but is now getting replaced. tf2.
Oh, how wrong you are, matpat. Considering now that Team Fortress 2 is still around and Overwatch is dying and getting replaced with Overwatch 2. I don't think he mentioned this, but Overwatch is getting a sequel and they're done with the original Overwatch because it can't surpass Team Fortress.
Player numbers have been on the decline since October of 2014, according to Steam Charts data. And numbers since Overwatch's release in May have reached an all-time low for the game. So it looks like all those loyal gamers might be jumping ship and...
Can I just state this now? That's because, people wanted to check out this Overwatch. I mean, if we take a quick look at our own Steam charts, I think Team Fortress 2 is surpassing that. Let's take a look. Let's take a fucking look here. Actual look. So the average number of players, oh look, it's on the rise again. The peak players in the last 30 days was 129,000 players and 305,000. The all-time low for players in the last while was, I think, all-time low was back in July 2012, 62,321. Ever since then. And I think the highest amount of players is 150,000 in this amount of recording. Yeah, 150,000. Right here. In June 2021, I rocketed. And playing right now is 72,753. Now let's check Overwatch. Let's see how we get. Oh, that's right. You can't check Overwatch. You can't check Overwatch, really, because there's no charts. So, yeah, I think we know who's in the right.
Honestly, who can blame them? Overwatch is a true team-based shooter, where teams need to be made of a diverse set of heroes and actually work together to succeed in the game.
That also means that if you don't play a character anyone else likes, you're going to immediately get ass-reamed by the other team. Oh, and furthermore, by your own team, too. For example, I literally joined a match, and I was playing, I think this day I was playing, Bastion, because I wanted to play Bastion. And I got ass-reamed so hard by my own team, and them calling me every fucking slur in the book. Which got translated to, I'm trying to be a nicer person and stuff like that. But you know what they're saying if you're old enough. I got ass-reamed. And they kept screaming at me, play Mercy, we need a healer, you better play Mercy. So, matpat, no. This true teamwork is actually just, let's follow the meta.
The goal is always completing your objective, be it moving a vehicle across the map or defending a certain position. Team Fortress is...
Which could get boring pretty fast, especially if the enemy team is sticking so close to this meta, it's that they are the meta themselves. Oh my fucking god. I am, I am fucking, this is just pissing me off here. all honesty, I'm actually had to get like fucking trying to resist breaking something in rage. Cause this is so fucking dumb. Like
Is also objective based, but features things like kill-death ratios and rewards for dominating the enemy, stats and achievements that are directly tied to killing the opponent repeatedly. This makes it much less appealing to play as, say, a healer or other support character, since they're not as likely to get impressive numbers in those areas.
Are you a fucking dumbass? Did you, oh my god, did he like hop into the game and actually play for like 5 seconds or something? Like, all honesty here. All fucking honesty. Is he a fucking dumbass? Medic, not top of the board. As a medic player who uses Overwatch on his heavy and other players and goes fucking apeshit when needs be. You're a fucking dumbass, matpat. Like, oh my god. Ugh. Medics not being played? That is a fucking dumbass. Like, ugh. When people, I'm trying to find words to explain this. Team Fortress 2's medic is much more better than your precious little Overwatch's medics. Like, let's explain this real quick. Let's explain this. I don't care about the kill-death ratio, but here's something that kind of stands out. If you're playing medic, most medics I know of, I even have a friend who mains medic, can still get top of the fucking leaderboard with a medic class. And why? Because they know how to fucking surf. Take that reference there, huh, Matt Pat? I bet you don't know how to surf or rocket jump.
And likewise, it increases the likelihood that offensive players will go rogue, heading out onto the map solo to boost these things up for themselves.
And they don't do that in Overwatch? Oh wait, and this time he was so focused on Overwatch being the better game. When in reality, they do that in Overwatch. I know. I've had it happen to me. Let's continue. I'm only like 5 minutes, 24 seconds in, and I'm already wanting to slam my head off something. I'm pointing holes in each single thread they're saying.
The developers of Overwatch have gone on record saying that they actively avoided including stats like that in the game for exactly that reason.
Didn't they have an elimination medal shit? Yeah, I think they do. They have play the game and all that, which shows you getting the most kills in like a couple seconds flat. That encourages people to go fucking rogue to get that play the game. Dumbass.
Make the team element the focus. In other words, in an ironic twist, Overwatch does Team Fortress better than Team Fortress.
That is so wrong. So wrong. Like, I'll say it now. Team Fortress, yeah, you mainly just have your own little solo adventures around the map while doing the main objective. But here's the thing. With Team Fortress over Overwatch, is that it isn't imbalanced as fuck, and you have to follow a meta. Like, oh my... Oh, I can feel my brain cells dying the longer I listen to this. Jesus fucking Christ, why did I agree to do this video? Oh my god, how long are we in? 28 minutes? And we're not even like 6 minutes through this, and I already want to kill myself. Like, Jesus Christ, Matt Pat. You make good points when you're talking about your theories on FNAF and all that, but the second you have to do a debate, you act like you're the cockiest motherfucker who points out wrong.
Yeah, I would hope so, considering it's the same game nearly a decade later. Only with fewer maps, of course. tf2 has 100. How many does Overwatch have again?
12, but...
Remember that for later.
You can call me Torbjorn, because I'm just standing here, and I just got play the game.
How true? How fucking true that happened in the past. Like Torbjorn, Bastion, all they have to do, click. They didn't have to surf over people's gunfire to get away and kill them.
12 maps, again, in 2 months after release, as opposed to 9 years. but it's quality over quantity.
Remember that. Remember what he said there, because that's going to be a point later.
Whereas you brag about having 100 maps, most of which are from the community, mind you, which is not a bad thing, but Overwatch's characters are just more mobile.
Is he really wanting to start some shit with the community here? Like, that's not a bad thing? Motherfucker, the community is what keeps games alive. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Warcraft 3, real quick. Warcraft 3. They allowed people to use the community. And what happened? Some dude invented Dota and Warcraft. Some did tower defense. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, are you a dumbass? Ah!
They can roll, they can fly, teleport, use grappling hooks. With apologies to Freddie Wong, there's no need for convoluted rocket jumping.
Okay, hang on. Convoluted rocket jumping. Are you fucking dumbass? The soldier's rocket jump is actually not that fucking hard to pull off, you dumbass.
In Overwatch. And the great thing is that this increased mobility means Overwatch's characters are much better equipped to use more of the levels.
Shouldn't that mean there should be more maps to give bonuses to this? Oh wait, there's not. As from my experience playing it, when I played, the maps felt same, just different tile sets. True, there were high points, low points. What's in Team Fortress? Oh yeah, 100 maps with stuff like that. Like Really Tall Tower, for example, was kind of a fun map. Vanguard, great map. Fucking Steelworks, great map. Like, motherfucker. Ugh.
Explore the verticality of those levels and try out different strategies that tf2's more limited.
I feel like this is all Matt did, and that's why he's like, see that bubble them from playing Mercy? The team told him, play Mercy, it's the best class, so we can have a medic, and he just only played Mercy. He only played fucking, oh my god, I can't even say it because I'm stuttering with this. He only played Mercy because he's like, oh wow, this is so fucking easy, and I can fly around.
Characters just don't have open to them.
You know what isn't open in Overwatch? Community servers.
Oh boy.
That means that the community won't be as active within the game, which is a total bummer. Unlike in TF2, overhypers, excuse me,
Take down that fucking Dr. House meme right now. You fuckers don't deserve it.
Watchers won't be creating their own unique modes, skins, hosting their own events on their own servers. They can't do any of that stuff. And we know just how much the community has done for TF2 over all these years.
He's not wrong there. That actually is a little bit of truth to it. The community has done a lot, but sometimes there are things that's like, But yeah, the community's kind of done a lot with TF2. I mean, do I need to bring up again? Rick May's death, what the servers all devolved into? Salute the statue, my friends. Honor him.
Game was a meme machine. You think you could beat that? Nope.
Again, it...
TF2 is more than fucking memes, you dumbass. Oh my god, can we get like someone else in here who plays it? Like, I have a friend who fucking plays the hell out of Team Fortress 2. Can I get a hold of them? Please?
Coming, and I wouldn't doubt the strength of the Overwatch community either, my friend. Cosplayers are out in force already. Blizzard is actively policing porn of these characters that's been popping up online. Not that I would know from any sort of personal experience.
Oh yeah, Matt, don't worry about it. We're not gonna check your search history or anything like that.
I read about it.
Oh my god, this is it trying to appeal to the lowest common denominator, isn't it? Like, oh, he said boobies, yeah! Like, fucking hell, you dumbass. And also, you can't police that shit. Rule 34 exists, and more importantly, there is no end. Overwatch was given up on with that shit about, I think, a year in. They couldn't stop it and they gave up because you type in any character on Overwatch, I guarantee you within like a minute you'll find something bad. But more importantly, that there was appeal to the lowest common denominator. Like, oh my. Oh, I want to slam my head off something.
Swear.
What?
Swear. Look, oh, he said boobies! Boobies! Oh my fucking god. Just get off the fucking tits topic. And vaginas and that, and dicks and all that. And focus on the factor of debate. Stop trying to be like, look at what they did. And also, they probably did start police that because they want to make their female employees over at Blizzard want to make their female employees probably dress like that so they could get like, oh yeah, good going Tracer. Like slapping money onto them. Like fucking strippers. And yes, I'm taking a jab at Blizzard, the fucking perverts and dickheads they are.
By the way, most of that stuff, made in Source Filmmaker. But don't try to distract me with titillating
I actually need like a secondary coop.
tidbits. Before we get away from the whole map issue, let's say you don't like a certain map, one of the 12 that there are. If that map comes up in matchmaking, you're stuck playing it. Outside of leaving it or convincing your whole team to try and exit with you, you're gonna have to play it twice in fact. Team Fortress 2, on the other hand, uses a server system on the PC. These servers are hosting specific maps and modes, or rotations of maps and modes, and players can join whichever ones that they want.
I like to say he's kind of wrong there. He is a bit wrong. Because, true, there is like this server browser, but for fuck's sake, there's such a thing as quick play, which mostly anybody who hops to Team Fortress 2 hits. Because when you hop in Team Fortress 2, the first thing you're gonna hit probably is quick play. Now, I don't have a least favorite map in fucking Team Fortress 2, so I can't really talk too much on this. But I would like to state, both games, you're kind of stuck playing a map eventually that you're not gonna like, and you're just gonna have to suck it up.
That way, they can find any set of servers that they really enjoy, stick around for as long as they'd like, and move to a different server whenever they feel like doing something else.
That is wrong. You can't just really do that with the servers. In fact, I don't think there really is that much of a detailed server browser. There's a quick play option and all that. But I doubt there's that.
On top of that, tf2 just has more modes to pick from. That includes Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, and a PvE horror.
Did he really say that? Did he really say Team Deathmatch? Oh my fucking god, I'm going to strangle a man tonight. There is no Team Deathmatch in fucking Team Fortress.
Mode in Man vs. Machine. With this server system, there's just more on offer for a more robust game. With customization,
There are tons of different ways to play.
I like to point out how he sounded there. He's like, okay, you still trying to make points here. That's how I'm supposed to go. I'm about to win. Me. I think after this, Todd never appeared in any more deadlocks after this episode. I wonder why.
Get it? That's your big argument. But here's the thing.
Wait, did I just see that? Hang on.
Ways to play. I get it. That's your big argument.
Deflected. This is his ego showing. He's like, doesn't count. I say it doesn't count.
But here's the thing. Though you can't customize loadouts just yet, Overwatch's emphasis on characters countering other characters means that it's going to stay fun for a whole lot longer.
Not really, because there's a meta. And if you don't follow the recipe, you get fucking kicked.
Because the core mechanic of the game is getting good with multiple characters and switching when the situation demands it. Need to stop some turret fire? Well, just call in Winston. Want to get vertical for a while? Call in Pharah. And even within a particular class, there's a lot of variety. Just look at the differences between Mercy and Lucio. Both are healers, but do the job in different ways. If you want hardcore focused healing, then you clearly go with Mercy. If you want less healing output, but you want to get as many people as quickly as possible, well, that's when you hit up Lucio. Are Overwatch's heroes a bit more rigid in their playstyles? Admittedly, yes they are. But there are currently 22 characters in Overwatch, with more on the way compared to your 9.
I want to point out, there he is. There, he did it. He did it. He fucking said it.
And the constant need to hop between them.
Oh my fucking god, he said it. There he said it. I have points to bring up here about this one alone. But remember what he said earlier. It's quality over quantity. And then later says, right now, we have 22 characters versus your 9? It's like, you just fucking contradicted yourself, you dumbass. And oh my god. Does he not know how to surf? Or rocket jump? Or any of the shit? Like, Scout is a fast motherfucker that could get around real quickly and kill. You got fucking Pyro being Pyro. Soldier has his rocket jump. Oh, then again, I bet to him, It's much more easier to press a button than it is to learn how to surf, for Christ's sakes. And those you don't know, surf is when you take the damage but use the blowback to bounce away. It's called surfing. But oh my god. And then he says we have 22 characters with more on the way versus your 9. Yes, our 9 characters. Our 9 very lovable, very murderous group of characters who are very balanced in our opinions. And are, more importantly, much more fun to read about in comics than going to a wiki to read about mercy in them. And more importantly, at least they are more refined than your 22 people who are, let's face it, in a fucking meta or you're not being played. Like, I can't tell you how many times after they added, like, fucking mercy is still, like, a must in half the picks when I used to play. Oh my god.
That more than makes up for the fewer game modes and less flexible characters. And it's also important to note that none of them are a clone. We don't have any links yet.
I want to kick his ass. I really want to kick someone's ass.
Young Links and Toon Links here, ladies and gentlemen. Each and every character feels unique. You want to play as a female Russian bodybuilder? Well, guess what?
Oh, here we go. Here we go, everybody. Here we go. Here we go. This is the part I was also waiting for, because it was a meme.
You want to play as a Japanese cyborg ninja? Well, guess what? You can. Plus, in a time when gamers are more accepting than ever to play different characters, Overwatch embraces diversity. While the characters in TF2 may be from all across the world, outside of the Demo Man and maybe the Pyro, they're all white males. Overwatch, though, literally has a grandmother who snipes medicine into your body. That is equal opportunity.
This is that fucking shit that happened for a while that, like, oh, we're real gamers because we have women. Yeah, we have women and all that shit. Like, oh my god. Like, all honesty here. All honesty. This is that fucking gamer shit. Like, he was trying to get, like, the algorithm, I think, to work with him. Like, maybe he called this was gonna happen, but more importantly, it's like, look at this diversity. Yeah, we're real gamers here. Yeah, look at we accept women. Yeah. Like, motherfucker, that doesn't matter. Are your characters more memorable than a fucking, I don't know, a spy? A French spy? No. Hell, for the longest time, there was a debate. And even jokes around the facts of a spy being Scout's dad. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. And it is confirmed now that spy is Scout's dad before anyone ever says, like, oh, I don't know shit. I read the fucking, The Man of the Dead, or whatever that comic series is called. Great comic, by the way. You should check it out. Much better than Overwatch. But, motherfucker, like, oh my god, he tries to pull the diversity card? Are you fucking for real here, matpat? And look at his face, like, yeah, I'm so fucking won this. Yeah, they're gonna agree with me. No, you fucking idiot! Would I play a female Swedish woman or a male medic? I don't care about their genders here, or where they're from. Would I play a doctor who literally stole a guy's skeleton and lost his medical license and is obsessed with birds, mainly pigeons? Or would I play a woman who literally I can't name one good thing about? No, I'm gonna play the doctor here who stole a man's skeleton and has funny ass quotes. Literally, when you're killing, it's like, I have killed before, and I will kill again. Stuff like that. I can't remember all his exact quotes off the top of my head. I remember one of them was, I have healed the man who have killed you. Like, Jesus Christ. He literally put baboon uteruses in a fucking people's bodies and then fed them shit. Oh my god. He sold his friends' souls. Well, stole them and then sold them to the devil. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, and lastly, let's face it, but ult moves are a ton of fun.
Sure.
Man back here with Ubercharged laughing.
Sure, but as fun as it may be to wreck shop with Reaper's Death Blossom, there's always going to be a Widowmaker with Infrasight or someone else ready to counter it. More characters, more abilities means more opportunities to mess up the balance.
Holy shit, did he just say something correct there? Like, oh my fucking god. Like, let's be honest here. He's right. They don't really have a balance there. They keep fucking it up. Like, a guy literally, I think his name was like Toon something, pointing out that every time there's an update, one character becomes too overpowered and one becomes too, well, powerless. So, Jesus. I don't know if they just had, like, someone in the room told him, hey, like, you, this is something that's bad. He's like, oh, I could use that for my argument. Thank you. Or what, but damn, that's a good point.
And you see it already with tiering lists in competitive play. Tanks are just too OP right now. Reinhardt, Zarya, Diva, Roadhog, all 4 of these tanks, all 4 dominating the top 2 tiers in competitive play. I mean, how often have you started a game, gone up against the opposing team and seen that they have 3 Roadhogs? What else do you...
To defend Overwatch here a little, since I've been shitting on it, mainly because matpat is doing his best to try to shit on Team Fortress, and I have to counter him. You can't really get 3 fucking Roadhogs. There's only 1 Roadhog. Unless you're playing that arcade game mode, then you could have like a team full of Roadhogs. Just what a state.
You do other than sigh, groan, and face roll the keyboard.
You could also go with someone to counter them. Just like at Team Fortress 2. If you see like fucking heavies with medics and fucking pyros, you don't just be like, ugh, bruh. No, you go spy, you go scout, you go someone who can counter them. Mainly because, think about it, if you're playing spy, you got your fucking deception shit, you can backstab them. You go scout, you're gonna be too fast to really hit, and you can kill them off. In Team Fortress, you can still counter other people. You just gotta be sure when to counter.
It's not fun. TF2's modest roster of 9 might not be hundreds deep like other popular franchises such as League of Legends, but it's a finely honed stable of characters which offer a fair, consistent gameplay experience.
That is very true. Now watch matpat be a fucking dick.
You say TF2 is more balanced, and yet Overwatch's smaller team size per match allows for more strategically constructed teams compared to the massive battles of TF2.
Yes, the more destructive teams that you get roasted if you're not playing in the meta. I want to keep pointing out that meta there.
With too many players on the field, it just becomes bedlam. But with Overwatch's team sitting at 6v6, it makes each player's character choice matter. And speaking of skill, the need to master not just one character, but multiple characters in order to be successful in this game means that it has a higher potential skill ceiling for the hardest of hardcore players. And let's not forget as well, Overwatch simply looks and runs better. Team Fortress is a decade old, which makes it really hard to compete.
You say old, I say tried and true. Team Fortress...
If I had to pick between Team Fortress 2 graphics or fucking Overwatches, I'm gonna pick Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 is a timeless graphics set. It still looks good. It looks good then. It looks good now. Like, fuck it hell. I still look at Team Fortress 2 like, damn, that looks good. It's like playing Wind Waker. It still looks fucking good. Even though it was on GameCube.
Fortress 2 was built on Valve's Source engine, reliable and flexible, and its cartoonish graphical style has ensured that its look has aged very well, at least when compared to things like BioShock 1's Andrew Ryan and Uncharted 1's Nathan Drake, both games that were released the same year as Team Fortress 2.
Same year, huh? Whew. Feeling old.
And you're about to
Oh my lord. Ugh.
feel like a loser. Closing arguments.
Just want to state the way that they bring in those two things, and matpat's like, oh, feeling old. It's like, oh, did you actually play games? No? Okay.
Fortress 2 may be a team-based shooter, but the individual players on the team have always been of the utmost importance, meaning that they can customize their appearance, they can customize their loadout, they can customize their gameplay. In Overwatch, if you're grouped up with a team who doesn't know what they're doing or who refuse to communicate, you may in fact lose through no fault of your own. Overwatch takes power away from the skilled players who in games like TF2 could rightfully carry a match. And that's just not fun. Considering all that in mind...
I like that here. Play the game, this dipshit, as bad as fucking turret. How true that is Overwatch with Team Fortress 2. And let I just say, he's not wrong. Team Fortress 2, you could, like, you know, he's actually speaking some sense here, which is strange. He's actually, you know, speaking this with a fucking over there, just gonna point at Overwatch, like, yeah, bad teammates, you're not gonna really have a fun game. It's gonna drag you down. Overwatch, they focus more on the individual player's experience. This, I think his name's Todd, like I said. I think Todd's right here. Holy shit. Are they finally, are they like, did they write this while high and Todd just finally getting off that high and like, oh, this is probably what I should say instead?
All, vote for the original, the art style, the team-based gameplay design, the characters like Torbjorn and Tracer, who are very similar to the Engineer and the Scout, using comics and animated shorts to deliver characterization and lore in a very similar fashion to which tf2 used comics and their Meet the Team series years before. In so many ways, Team Fortress 2 stood on its own 9 years ago, and it stands on its own today, while Overwatch seems to have borrowed quite a bit from the successes of its predecessors. Oh, and also, tf2's free.
Holy shit, he just spoke very good fucking logic there. Like, oh my god. Like, I can't think of anything to say. Team Fortress 2 did do that. It stood the test of time. Overwatch did kind of borrow a lot from Team Fortress 2 in a sense. Like, come on. But at the same time, they did change it up that it's like, they're not directly ripping it off, but they are copying that kind of thing, try to deliver exposition.
Sure, Overwatch may have borrowed from TF2, but it's not like it's hiding that fact. Overwatch is a love letter to all of gaming. Soldier 76 is straight out of Call of Duty. Diva is Titanfall. Pharah is Metroid. To me, these...
I never want to hear out of his mouth again anything about Titanfall. Just stating that now. This motherfucker doesn't deserve to play it based on how he's been acting during this debate.
Sorts of references just make the game more fun. And now couple that humor with mechanics that actually reward you for smart team-based combat, matches where you must consistently jump across multiple characters and classes, and fixed teams where you're not going to be thrown onto the enemy side if someone suddenly decides to leave, and you have yourself a game that's accessible enough for beginners, but sophisticated enough to be competitive on the esports level. Plus, there's no ammo boxes, which to me is always a big...
Real quickly, I want to say, he actually spoke a little bit of logic here. Maybe they got some people in who actually knew what the fuck they were both talking about. But that ammo box problem, yeah, well, at least we have a, you know, a fun little thing called fun. And you just like to be like, I have to go find my ammo. Ah! Like, motherfucker, there's no problem with getting ammo boxes. Like, Jesus Christ. You have to hunt down fucking med packs in your game. And Overwatch, you have to go hunt those. What's the difference?
And best of all, the game is literally only 2 months old, meaning that it's only going to continue to refine itself and improve as the roster expands, play modes broaden, and maps begin to roll out.
That is a big fucking lie there. It does not get better. I will state that right now. That fucking game gets worse as time goes on when they add more shit. They focus so much on their loot boxes that they did, like I said, 3 patches. Actually, I think they did maybe more later to fix the loot box problem. And then you add in all the other problems. Like, fucking hell, there's so much wrong with this. So much. I could go on forever. Oh my lord.
The biggest advantage Team Fortress had in this debate was the extra time that it's had to grow and evolve. But there's little doubt that it's now time for that torch to be passed. Overwatch is quite frankly the TF2 of the next generation of gaming, the very beginning of something incredibly special.
Alright, that's the end of the video. Oh my god. Like, I'm leaning more towards Todd here on his fucking, like, Team Fortress 2. Maybe because I like Team Fortress 2 more than Overwatch and that meta shit pissed me off, but I want to point that out where he says, like, time? Overwatch got worse. It's been, like, what? Almost 6 years, 7 years since Overwatch came out? And it kind of gotten worse and worse? and more broken, then removed the shit, made it bad, and then they keep adding stuff which makes it more broken. Overwatch has just gone downhill. Team Fortress 2 is still standing here. Hell, like I said, they had statues around every map for fucking Rick May that everyone would salute to and honor with that man's life. I'm sorry, by the way, for anyone who wanted something different this day. I just had to get this one off my chest. After doing the one Pebby video where I checked out that Adult Swim new show that was coming out, which there seems to be some more news about that. I want to keep up to date on that. I was like, there's one other video I've always wanted to talk about on my channel. I'll do it. Oh my god, I feel myself losing some brain cells when watching that. I want to go kill myself a little bit for that. Like, Jesus Christ, my brain feels like it went mush after listening to them. And I like to point out they moved the like to dislike. I wonder how many dislikes he had. And just look at these comments. TF2 player numbers have been declined since August. Well, look who aged well. Yeah. How low is Overwatch? Overwatch less crowded with only 6v6. TF2 laughs at 6v6 competitive mode. No mobility TF2. Pyro jetpack, rocket jumping, demo night tripping, scouts double jump, medics overdose, Pyro's homewrecker. See, like, look at this. Surfing, rocket surfing, Ender's literal teleporter. Like, I can't remember all this, but people do, and it's like, put any of these people against you. You would lose. Overwatch is simply more mobile. Meanwhile, TF2, you break the laws of physics by hitting a ramp at very high speeds. Oh, this guy pointed this out. I like how Matt almost never took damage after a good argument. And how Todd took damage just because Pat finished his sentence sarcastically for him. Truth is, Jimbo, the game was rigged from the start. How true? Todd makes a good argument about maps and how many in the quality and does 5 damage. Matt makes a competitive lie, gets 5 health and does 12 damage. Makes a complete lie. Like, Jesus Christ, people point this out. No wonder Deadlock fucking failed. Like, oh my god, matpat, you are a dumbass. Mercy, heroes never die. Medic, I lost my medical license. He lost that when he stole a man's skeleton. Who would win, no mobility or man with a shovel? Oh god. TF2 updates multi. Well, that totally aged well. Types medicine to your body. Crusader crossbow. Allow us to introduce ourselves. Very true here. We want to keep this neutral and unbiased as possible. You failed miserably. Torbjorn and Symmetra are just glorified gunslinger. Video is made. Both communities evolved. You have alerted the horde. We want to keep this as neutral and unbiased as possible. You failed. Boo. I love TF2 game was like team deathmatch. Push the bomb. 5-circle catcher and monkeys versus robots. I'm glad I ain't the only one who knows that team deathmatch fuck up. Let's see. This is everyone's. The guy's better. Is the new guy on the block always better, or some games class for real? The fight no. Also, our Ramley side. So the debater may be arguing for a side he or she does not agree with. So I keep this as neutral and unbiased as possible. No hate. We wanted to keep this as neutral and unbiased as possible. You fucked up. Alright, this has been going on for like 58 minutes. I think that's enough. I hope you all did enjoy, and I hope to God next time we have to cover one of these videos, if we ever do decide to do it again, I don't want to slam my head into a wall. I've been Steam Gamer. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.